Hey everyone, today I'm going to be drawing a bunch of portraits using alcohol markers. And along with drawing these portraits, we're going to be catching up a bit today because it's been a while since I've spoken to you guys. But let's just get into the drawings that I drew before this. These are all very different portraits than what I usually do. We have a man. I don't normally draw men. A woman with a hijab. I thought it'd be really fun to try practicing some like cloth, and someone with like a really funky hairstyle, and the one on the bottom is somebody that I kind of usually draw, like wavy hair and bangs and like a cool face. So if you're new here, I use a kneaded eraser to just lightly erase my sketches, that way I can still see some of the graphite, and I always go back to the swatch sheets that come with the marker sets and that you just color in with the markers. I'm just trying to find the right skin tone colors for these drawings. And it has been so long since I've used these markers that I completely forgot that this one is completely dried out. I was so upset. I don't know how I forgot. This was like my most used color when I was trying them out for the first time, and I'm gonna have to order a new one or just toss it. And I almost forgot to add the like protective sheets underneath the page, so glad I went back and remembered that, and now those are good, so the page shouldn't bleed too much. So I just tried to find a different color. This isn't color accurate, but that's fine. This is more of a yellow than a cream, which is what I was trying to follow with the reference. And the perspective is a bit off in this particular portrait, but I fixed it in the end because I didn't even realize until the end when I looked at the monitor and I was like, oh, that does not look right. But anyway, I'm just starting with kind of like a base color. It's lighter than her skin tone color, but I go over that and try to blend with different colors to match it. I'm gonna color all of these in with the markers first, and then in the end I'll go back in with color pencils and add a bunch of details like eyelashes and stuff like that. But here I just go with a bunch of different colors that are close to each other to just add a bunch of shading, and I try to follow the reference shadows as best I can and colors. It sounds so simple, but I'm sure it's not simple for people trying it out for the first time, but that's just my method. I just try to follow the reference as best as I can, and I always use the previous color or even the base color to blend colors that I add on top of it. As you can see what I did there with that like red blush color, and now I'm just using that first brown color to do some of the shadows in the cloth. And since I basically do the same exact technique with the markers on the rest of these portraits, this would be a great time to catch up with you guys. It has been a weird few months for me. I'm in a big like creative block, so I thought that drawing a bunch of portraits and just spending a bunch of time coloring them in and just trying to enjoy it would help a bit. And I had to take a couple breaks because, one, I was really tired and my head was hurting, so I needed to lay down for a bit before I continued. So this whole like recording of these drawings took a lot longer than I thought it would, but that's fine. Trying to accept that when I push things that it's oh my god, that was my shoulder. Pro tip, don't stretch while doing voiceover recordings. Now I know. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm just trying to accept that when I push like the deadline on things, or like I push things back, that it's fine and it's healthier for me, because I've been struggling a bit with my mental health lately, and I've finally like decided that I just need to take a step back and slow down and not push myself too much, because I do put a lot of pressure on myself with creating art, and I get like that guilt of not putting out content or not doing this or not doing that. So yeah, that's just going to be a big new adjustment for me, to just try to slow things down and, you know, not rush things. So I guess that was my little rant for today. A bit about art block, a bit about artist life, and catching up with me a bit. There's not that much new about me. I'm just trying to take the time and just get better for myself. You know, I say a lot that it's really important to like take care of yourself, especially your mental health, because without it, your body can struggle if you don't take care of your mental health. And I didn't like take my own advice, but now I am, and I can accept that accomplishment and that I am trying, because trying can be enough sometimes. But anyways, enough about all that. Just getting into slowly transition back to what I was doing today in this video. Just getting into all the shading for this male portrait. There's a lot of redness in the skin. It was a very like raw like photo, like no editing, no makeup, or so it seemed. So I just tried to capture all that. And then, like I said, I just really repeat the process for all these portraits. But even though they're all like the same techniques, they're all different faces, different people, different shapes, different colors. And that's why I really like drawing like a bunch of different people. And for some reason, I don't try it enough to draw a bunch of portraits on one page, so I wanted to do that, and I tried to find like really different people than what I am used to, and just tried to just like have a bunch of fun. Like especially this one, I changed the technique a little bit here. Like I started dark to light instead of light to dark, which is when I just do a light base and then I shadow and all that. But I thought this was a pretty cool technique too. Like when I added the light, it kind of blended a lot not nicer, but it worked just as better, or I don't know if it was better or worse, but it worked. That's what I'm trying to say. But then I still went back to dark after the light because I didn't start dark enough to actually call it dark to light. But yeah. So maybe I should try that more, since it worked pretty much the same. And yeah, I don't know. You can do whatever technique you prefer. Light to dark, dark to light, or I don't know what even is in between that or outside of that. But yeah, and since I wanted to do all these portraits, I had to like kind of cut off like a bit of like their body if there was more to the photo. Like I just did like a little bit of that one girl's shirt and a bit of this person's shirt, or this like sweater thing, and they had really like funky like space buns hair, where you just have space buns are like just two like buns in your hair, but they had like 5 of them, so I thought that was really funky. So I picked that picture, and I thought it was just really artsy. Yeah, there's so many words you could say to it, but I just thought it was really cool, and I thought it would be new to try. I really love drawing different hairstyles. Oh, they also had like this really cool like eyeshadow makeup, or just like kind of like spidery or like a star or something, and I realized the second the marker hit the paper that this was too thick for that, so I should have used colored pencils. But anyway, I'm speeding all this up doing the background because it took a majority of the time, and so I just thought just to speed it up, because I'm literally just coloring the background with a bunch of different blues. I knew I wanted to fill the background, and then I just started picking up the blues and just adding them all up and trying to blend the colors to each other, and I thought it was just so chaotic, but I think it worked out in the end. I don't know, I was struggling a bit with this because I was so tired, and now I am finally getting into the details. I I'm finally doing stuff in order now, where I color and then I do details instead of going all the way around. If you've watched my drawing videos before, you know it can get a little weird with the order of how I finish a portrait. So I just realized that now that I kind of did everything in order, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just using the colored pencils just to add a bit more definition in some of these shadow areas, and I also just ended up outlining everything with like black colored pencil. I don't know why, I guess I thought it would pop out better, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results. I didn't think I would like it. It's been a while since I like sat down and just drew and like colored it all in, so it was just a bit of a process trying to get back into that, and I did struggle a bit like I already mentioned before. But anyways, now I finally fixed the perspective on this portrait. I just thought that there was something a bit off about it, so I tried to like cut some things that I thought would make it look like she was looking straight ahead and not like sticking her head down. I just thought it looked a little bit weird, so I just basically used that paint marker as like a whiteout and then just went over it with the markers again to try to hide those mistakes, even though we all saw it. We saw the mistakes. But as I am wrapping up and just finishing up on those last minute details for these portraits, I just want to thank you not only for watching this video, for watching every video that I upload, or if it pops up on your recommendation feed, thank you for just like clicking and checking it out, and thank you for commenting, and those of you who have reached out and like said like don't worry about it, like you're all right, and you know, take time on yourself. I really appreciate those of you who've said that, and all of you who are patient enough to wait for a video to come out, and you know, just thank you so much for supporting me, and I really hope you enjoyed this video and any new video that you're watching right now, and consider subscribing if you are new. And I once again thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time.